All right, you are right in time for Women at the Forefront, which is a segment right here on Good Morning Kenya that takes place every Wednesday. And on this particular segment, we just bring you women who are excelling in different fields. Today is no different, as we have Selinah Mwende. Selinah Mwende is a mental health advocate and the CEO Lagape Consulting Services. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Vivian. I'm so honored to be here, and I'm really grateful. My name is Selinah Mwende, and I run an agency called Lagape Consulting Services. Yeah.
What does Lagape deal with?
Lagape deals with basically all domestic workers, from nannies, house helps, drivers, errand boys, messengers. Basically, all workers, we are able to give workers jobs, and also we provide employers with employees. So that is what we do, empowering women also, but we also give men. It's not only women, but majorly it's about women. And I say, once you empower one woman, you have empowered the whole community. That is my policy. Yes.
And that is actually true.
Yes.
You know, and you are a mental health advocate. And
yes.
Today on the show, I want us to have a conversation on mental health, because I believe it's a very, very important conversation to have. You know, most of the times it's spoken in harsh tones, but we need to shout about mental health. You know, where did your love for this particular topic, that is mental health, come in?
I've been a mental health advocate for quite some time, and I remember even when I was a small girl, people used to come to me with seeking advice, and I would listen and offer them comfort and advise them. So when I learned about advocates, you know, I've been a mental health advocate like all my life, but it is just recently that I learned about the power of advocacy. So let's say a few years I've been a mental health advocate, because I know many people, the way you have said, they fear anything to do with mental health, because the moment you talk about it, people think there's a lot of stigma around it. People feel like it's something that should not be talked about, because anytime you talk about mental health, people think about craziness, violence, bad things. And this is something that I feel like people should be aware of more, because everybody goes through a season once in a while, and it is not about the bad side of mental health. It's not the negative part that we talk about illnesses. We also talk about mental health fitness. The way you the way you take care of your body. You shower, you pamper your body, you go to the spa, because you can see the physical body. What about your mental health? And you know, your brain is everything. You know, if your brain is not functioning, if you're not happy, then you cannot even function. If you are stressed today, you'll not even be able to perform here. So our mental health is very, very important. What are some of the misconceptions and myths around mental health? Because I know that there are, you know, myths surrounding it. So what are some that you can mention? People feel like when you talk about mental health, as I had mentioned, somebody is crazy. And there's many people think that when you are suffering from a mental health illness, you have been bewitched, it is a curse, and it is a family thing. And that is not the truth, because anybody can get a mental health issue. Like, for example, you've been having a good job, then all of a sudden you are laid off from work. You know, you're going to suffer, because you are going to be stressed, because your normal work has been destabilized. So we don't expect you to be happy, you know, or you have lost a loved one, you know. Like recently in December, my sister lost her husband and her child the same day. And barely a month, I lost my father. So you can imagine the situation, you know. You've been okay, then something happens that destabilizes you. Because every loading what is in their heart, you are carrying it, you know. And one of the things you can take care of is to find joy in doing. If you love reading, make sure that you create time for that. Listening to music, dancing, and whatever you can that negative energy. Because the moment if you come to me with a lot of energy, you are going to leave it with me. Yeah. So I must be in a position to know how to get rid of that. And also attending seminars with other therapists so that you get to experience how they do it. And I will say this, writing a lot. Yeah. Because you can be taught something that is very heavy and you don't even know with it. After the person has gone, I think how you feel. But I should not show you. If you start crying, I start crying, who is going to help me? So I hold on to those emotions, then you are gone, I let it. I can cry, I can write, I can get a punching bag, I do it because I have to release that energy. So as a therapist, you should learn how to take care of yourself very well. You should be kind to yourself. Actually, one of the things that I say, I am kindest to myself. I love me so much, I'm so kind to myself that nothing you will say, nothing you will do will get into me because I have protect myself. Because as you know, the world is full of bad things, you know, evil things, you know, and somebody can tell you something very mean. And also when people know that you are counselor, they can manipulate you. You know, people manipulate you. Somebody will come to you crying because they want to get into you so that they get something into you. You should be able to differentiate between what is genuine and what is not genuine. Staying true to yourself, because there's that godly instinct that we all have. When you feel like this is not right, it is not right. So learn to protect yourself. Learn to shield yourself. Don't entertain talks that are not building you. Don't entertain people that are tearing you down. Don't entertain people that just come to you to take. If it is friends, don't, you know, that there are those people, because they take, it will drain you. It will drain you. So you should know how to have healthy boundaries, even with the people that you love. And by having that, you are going to protect yourself. Because once you have protected yourself, you are going to be safe and you are going to be in a position to help even new people. Yeah.
For someone who may be watching us right now and they know for sure they have some health concerns, mental health concerns, they know they are not okay, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, please do. Don't hold on to that, because if your mind tells you need to talk to somebody, please talk to that person. And nowadays we have social media. You know, I see people hiding their identity, and if you cannot access that, write it down. Write it down.
I'll ask you to hold that thought. We have a commercial break. Let's take it and then we come back.
Okay.
And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. Now, before we took that break, you were just giving advice about seeking, you know, help, and they know too well that they have mental health concerns.
Yeah, I was saying, if you feel like talking to somebody, sometimes don't care about what somebody will say, but just talk about it, what you are going through. Because some of these things that we go through and we feel like it is a mountain, it might not be so big. So if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, if you are in a position to seek therapy, please, by all means, do. We have got so many churches that offer free counselors. Please go to that and just explain yourself. And if you can write, make it a habit of writing, journaling down what is happening in your life. Even the things that you want to achieve in life, put them in a vision board, write them down. Because when you write, there's something about writing. It is powerful. Because even if you look at your goals, the things you have written down, even if it was 5 years ago, at some point you will achieve them. So there is power in words. So just write down and talk to somebody and take a walk, go for massage, eat your favorite food. Even so, sometimes when somebody is going through so much, if they start, it becomes like a comfort.
Yeah,
you know,
there's something known as stress eating.
Yeah, and that might be addictive. So look for healthy things to take care of yourself. And on that, I've remembered some of the things that stress people so much is having a lot of expectations from human beings. I've heard people say, minimize your expectations. Selinah says, have zero expectations from human beings.
At all.
Yeah, because by doing that, you know you are protecting yourself. Like, let's say, Vivian, you are my friend, and you have this nice job, and I'm expecting you to help me when I'm in need. Then you don't do that. What will happen? That will affect our friendship. Because I'm expecting, because Vivian is earning well, she has, I don't know what, I'm expecting her to do something for me. So what happens when you don't do that to me? I don't know what you are going through, you know? So because of that, and I have a lot of expectations from you, I might start hating you, and that can strain our relationship. Whereas, in real sense, even you yourself, whatever you are getting is not even enough for your needs. Maybe you are supporting your parents, your family. So I tell people, have zero expectations from human beings, and you are going to live a happy life, such that when people do nice things to you, you are happy. And you appreciate, because you are not expecting that, and then they have done it for you. Yeah. So we just should learn to protect ourselves under all costs. Anything that doesn't build you, anything that doesn't add value to you, anybody that does not add value to you, no matter who they are, please have a very healthy boundary about that. And it is okay to be selfish.
Sometimes it's needed. Yeah.
It is not selfish, actually. It is being selfful. You know?
Mentioned,
yeah, it is being selfful, because if you have a relationship wrangle with somebody else, and you listen carefully, you'll be like, if only you knew your place and they knew their place, this conflict would not have happened. So we just need to understand. We need to at least try understand each other, that we are very different, we process things differently. Yeah.
What is the role of family and the people around you, or the people around someone who's going through some mental health issues?
Family is very, very important, especially when they understand, because you can have a family and they don't understand if you have a problem. So they start judging you. Let's say you start drinking, because most people who start drinking heavily, it is from something that they are not able to process. So you find instead of understanding and sitting you down and understanding what is really happening, they start judging you, you know. So as a family, if they understand that it is because of this, what you are going through, that you are doing something that is not right, so they give you love. As family, as society, we should be very supportive to people who are going through mental health issues. We should be praying for them, supporting them, even to the extent of taking them to the therapist. If somebody is in drug addiction, now they have to admit, you know, because you can never rehabilitate somebody who has not accepted that they have a problem. So the role of the family is to use their wisdom to get this person to get to a rehab and to help them. Families are very important only when they understand and when they're supportive, because we have had families that are not supportive. Everybody is going through their own way. And I tell you, if you're going through a mental health challenge and you don't have family to hold you, you know, family is not have people you went to school with, people you work with that are very loving. Don't be scared to, don't refuse to accept their love. Because sometimes we think people will judge us, But it is all in our head. It is all in our head. So if I ask you, how are you doing, Vivian? Because I feel like something is not right, you might think that maybe I want to pry into your life. I want to dig moshene. But in real life, you know, I am really concerned. So if you are going through a challenge and you see somebody concerned, just open yourself up to them. Because you never know. Our God is so merciful, and he can send a total stranger or anyone. You know, anyone. I've heard people tell me I was in a Uber and I was going through something and I poured my heart to that Uber guy. Because, and they listened and I felt better. So family is, it depends, because we know families can be very uniting, and we know families can be very toxic. So if you feel like you are in an environment that is not helping your mental health, it is okay to cut them off. You know, work on yourself, deal with yourself. When you are safe now and you feel like you are in a space to embrace them, you can embrace them. And as family, if you know somebody who is going through something, please don't neglect them, don't judge them, don't say, huyu anakuanga hivyo tu ni mlevi, hata we have given up on them, because it is not right. You might be the only one making that person stay alive. So don't give up on your loved ones, no matter what they are going through. Embrace them, love them. Love is very powerful, by the way. You know, I can love you from your bad behaviors. Just my love, without even doing much. But because I love you so much, when you are talking, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm not listening to talk. I'm listening to hear you. You know, have you ever talked to somebody and you're like, I'm talking, you are talking. Me pour my heart out. You know, there are people like that. So if somebody comes to, please shut your mouth, listen to them, because you have no idea why they just want to talk. Even if somebody talks for 1 hour, if that is what you can, that is a gift, because time is priceless. You know, you can't buy time, you know, because once gone, it is gone. But if you're in a position to listen to somebody going through something, please offer that listening ear. They will remember one day, you know, when I was going through something, Vivian was there for me. And then somebody might ask, what did Vivian do? Imagine you never did anything, but you listened. You listen. I get a lot of inboxes on my Facebook page. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I'm like, maybe this person just wants me to respond to them, because I don't know why they thought I can help them, you know. So I feel like as a community, we should listen more. Yeah.
Be done to promote mental health advocacy?
Seminars. I feel like every working station, they should be having like workshops. They invite a mental health advocate. They invite a counselor to talk to them. Job in their working places, in churches. Let me tell you something that I realize. You know, there are people who are going through mental health issues from their religious background. You know that? Let me give you a case scenario. I go to church. I've gone to church. I don't have a job. I've been jobless for so long. Then this preacher tells me I need to give money for God to bless me. I need to give some seed or something like that. And me, believing my spiritual authority, I get the little that I had, I give that preacher. Then 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, and I am not getting the job, and I gave what I had. You know, I start becoming bitter, and bitterness can breed to many things. Look at Facebook. You see so many people don't go to church simply because they feel like they were robbed. So I tell people it's good to be wise, You know, it's good. I'm a very firm believer. I love God. But God also wants us to be very wise. So don't just listen to everything that you're being taught. But because of desperation is very bad, it can make you do things that now when you are okay, you'll be like, was I that stupid, you know? So it's good to use your brains. So did I digress? I digress. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I feel like we should make it...
How to promote advocacy.
Yes. Yeah. Because when you talk about mental health and somebody says you're crazy and they want to pray for you, it is true, God is powerful. But there's some things that you need to see a doctor to be analyzed, because it's God who created the doctors. They they treat you and God heals. So some of these things that we might feel like they are okay, they are not okay, because I can. And then when we were talking about misconceptions, some people say demons, you know. Demons have invested you, that is why you are like this. And in reality, you just need proper counseling, guidance, and love for you to overcome that phase. So I feel normal in even in chamas, we have people to talk about it and make it normal for us to seek therapists when we can. And when it has gone to a different level and you need to take medication, please take medication faithfully. Yeah.
All right, as we continue with this conversation, you've mentioned Facebook, and we are living in the digital era. You know, social media is everything. Everyone is on social media, including grandparents right now are on social media. And on social media, it's very easy for you to experience bullies.
A lot.
So how do you protect your mental well-being in that space of social media?
Don't follow people that you don't believe in their values. Don't read things that you know are against your values. Don't engage with people who don't even understand themselves. Have you seen somebody commenting on, and then you come down there? You are helping people hate other people. You have no idea. You know, why are you wrong things? Protect yourself. As a policy, if I'm in a group, and a video is sent, I never open that video until I see what people are saying. Because people are so insensitive. They share things that are not supposed to be out there. And you look at somebody who is being molested, doing I don't know what, and that thing will mess you up big time. You look at things that are not right. Protect yourself. Don't just read things for the sake of it. Don't just follow people because they are being followed. Be very sensitive, you know. If you don't like somebody, unfollow them. It is not a must that you follow somebody just because they're a celebrity. Follow people that add value to your life. Follow people that build you. Don't just follow people for the sake of it. So protect yourself by not following people that against your value. You see somebody saying, I hate you. What are you doing in their page? Please. You know, it is very easy. Just unfollow, you know, if you don't like that person. Because people bring their bitterness to people's space. You know, you are suffering out there, you are going through issues, and because you don't know how to deal with them, and you see this beautiful girl like Vivian happy in life, enjoying her life, she's going for holidays, then you start saying she's exposing herself, she doesn't have secrets, she's sharing her husband. Hey, who asked you? You can also go and bring your husband, we see. So we should know we should know at what level are we supposed to get involved in somebody's life. If I've shared something, and you don't have to like it, just scroll over, you know. Because the moment and I've seen nowadays, they have comebacks. You say something, they come and they bring your mother and your father there. And then I see people there. You, who send you to mind their business? You should mind your own business. Why are you minding strangers' businesses? If they want to walk naked, it is their life. So people should stop minding other people's business. Protect yourself. Nobody will protect you, because you talk badly about somebody, they will hurt you, because they want to hit where it hurts the most. And everybody knows when you talk about my parent, that is a no-go zone. So for you to protect yourself, please mind your own business. Cut off what does not build you. What is the business of you following people that are walking naked? What is the business of following you people that are showing their lavish life? And you with your commiserable life there. You know where you belong. Stick to your lane. Protected yourself. And you know this cyberbullying, people don't know that it can land them to serious issues. So people should be very careful. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for shedding light on mental health. I believe that mental health is something that we should always talk about. So thank you for being a mental health advocate. Now, right now, we are coming to the end of Good Morning Kenya.